welcome back to Rugged Mountain Homestead. My name is Sarah and I am so happy to be back with you guys. I am 3 weeks post-op on Thursday, and so I'm slowly but surely getting back to my regular activities. One being the Azure pickup. Our Azure pickup was today, and so I have a lot of different little things to show you that I'm trying for the first time. And then some standbys, some old standbys. So let's go ahead and have a look. I ordered another case of the strawberry yogurt, the Grazier's grass-fed, and it's made by the Sierra Nevada company, which is a really good brand. But I went through them last month pretty quickly, and this is really good to help get my gut health back on track after several months of having to go through pain medications and stuff like that. Same for the sour cream. This is the Nancy's organic sour cream, and it has quite a few strains of cultures, another probiotic item, as is the cottage cheese. Same thing. Organic, probiotic. This time I got with the whole milk instead of the low fat. I do like the whole milk, but they didn't have it in last month. And I'm still forgetting, so the flat of yogurt was $12.35, making that $1.03 a piece. You will not find organic yogurt, especially this brand, in the store for that price. That's a really good price. The Nancy sour cream was $4.83. And the yogurt, the cottage cheese was $22.77 for 6, and that makes them $3.80 a piece, which is very competitive with what's in our store and not even organic. And when it came to the prices just now, you guys are going to have to forgive me and give me a little bit of grace because I'm still a little muddled in my thinking. I try not to be, but you know, there's some residual there from surgery and post-surgery medication. Now I also got a case of the organic green chilies. I went ahead and got the mild. For a case of these, it was $18.61, and that makes them $1.55 per can. And I use these quite a bit, like in my gumbo recipe, burrito filling, Tex-Mex, all kinds of things like that. However, I did not order the red chili sauce, but I have that on for my order next month. This here is something handy dandy. This is, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, a cruet lid that fits on a mason jar. There's 2 of them. There's another one in this box, and it actually has the rubber seal that comes off. But I thought this was a great idea. I'm going to use this when I make my salad dressing. I have it in a mason jar, but usually I just have to have a spoon or something like that to get it out. So too much doesn't come out at once. And this will be really nice. I'll just fill the mason jar with the dressing and put this lid on it. So I thought that was a great idea. I'm trying this here. It's half tea and half lemonade. I just wanted to, see a few different drinks. It's $2.72. And now you'll see a couple snack items and like the tea and stuff like that. And that's just because my good friend Julie, she sent me a care package, and it had all these neat and great snacks in them. Some of them I couldn't find the same brand in the Azure, but they had kind of like the same thing, but just a different brand. And she also had like some drinks in there. And it was just really nice in the evening. You know, you get that hankering for a little something. And so I wanted to try out a few things. Okay, and back here I have a 1 pound bag of the black chia seeds. This was $6.79 for this 1 pound bag. And I'm going to be using this. I'm going to make some overnight oats. And I'm going to be using this. It'll help thicken that up a little bit. And there was something else I was going to be using this for. And I can't remember what off the top of my head. But this 1 pound bag will last for quite some time. And on frozen fruit here, I have a 5 pound box of the organic banana slices. I have never gotten these before, but I wanted to try them. I wanted to use them in the overnight oats and to make muffins with them. I think that would be really good. Dean can't handle eating a banana, but he can eat like banana bread, banana muffins. So this 5 pound box was $12.83, making that $2.57 a pound for organic banana. And then underneath of it, I have a 5 pound box of the organic wild blueberries. And I've never gotten these before either, but the reason I got the wild blueberries is that they're a little bit smaller than the others. And so I just want to try that since I'm going to be, using some for the overnight oats. I'm going to also be using the rest for muffins and things like that. And so I just thought it would be good to try having, something a little bit smaller. And this is kitchen twine. I don't have any. I had some, but we've used it for other things. So this is kitchen twine, is $4.16 for 200 feet. And it's unbleached, so that's really good. So if you're tying up food or anything like that, you don't have to worry about it being bleached or something like that. I have 3 bags of the frozen mixed vegetables. They were $8.36 for the 3, making them $2.79 a bag, which is very good for this Stall Bush brand. This is a very, very good brand of vegetables. And they're grown here in the U.S. They are organic. And I got the mixed vegetables because I still have some canned turkey in the pantry, and also I have some canned ground beef, so that way I can make shepherd's pie, or I can also I'm planning on making pot pie with the turkey. And this is some super sweet corn back here. I really enjoy sweet corn. We still have some from the summer, but it's on the cob. And when I make my Tex-Mex, I like to throw in some corn. So I went ahead and got 3 bags of the super sweet corn, same brand, the Stall Bush brand. It was $7.61 for 3, making them $2.54 a bag. Here I have more baking cups. I didn't have many left. I have 1 box, and that, I would go through that in no time. So this is the parchment baking cups, and they're unbleached as well. I really like that, and they're the jumbo size because I like to make the larger muffins. Instead of making 12, it just makes 6, but they're they're jumbo size like you would get in a coffee shop. So it was $7.28 for all 3 of these, making them $2.43 a piece. And back here, I have a 5 pound bag of pinto beans. They are not organic, but they are the non-GMO. And again, if it's non-organic, a lot of times that just means that they don't have their organic certification, the farm that they came from. And I have no problem with that because I know it's extremely expensive, but Azure will not carry a product that has GMOs, so I feel good about that still. And this 5 pound bag was $7.27, making that $1.45 a pound. As you guys have probably heard me speak before, I can my own beans. So that's a really convenient item to have on the shelf instead of having to buy beans in the store around $1.60, $1.70 a can the last time I checked. So I can get it a lot cheaper doing it this way. However, you know, I'll just be right up front about it. My brain wasn't working fully doing this Azure order, and usually I take a full inventory right before the Azure order is placed. You know, I'll put things in the cart as I run out of them, but I still do a double check. And this time I didn't. And all I saw in the bottom shelf of my pantry was the bag of black beans, and it still had some left in it. It was probably maybe a third of the way full. And then so I had some of the dry beans in a glass half-gallon container of the black beans. And I didn't see a bag down there of the pinto beans. So I went ahead and ordered another 5-pound bag. But if I had looked on the same shelf behind the black beans was a half-gallon jar of pinto beans. So it's not a waste because I will use them, but usually the half-gallon, it'll last a little while. That's a couple canning sessions, but still just one of those things. And I have the parchment baking sheets. I have never used these before, but I use a lot of parchment paper, and you know, sometimes pulling it off, you waste a little bit, you know, because you're folding it over to make it fit, you know, your pan and whatnot. So these are actually the baking sheets. You just pull them out, and they're 24 in each box, and 200 square inches for each sheet. So I'm going to try this. Parchment paper is not super cheap. It's $14.03 for all three of them, making them $4.68 each, which is very competitive with what we have here in the store, just the off-brand. Now here's some of the snacks that I was talking about. Julie sent me a lot, like these peanut butter cups. I had some, but they were made by a different company. They were Justin's that she sent. So I'm going to try these. These are, you know, it says Theo, but it's still peanut butter cups. The Justin's brand, they, you know, Reese's has nothing on them. They are so great, and they're so much better for you. This was $2.65 for this pack, and it's the dark chocolate. So it's the 55% cacao. So the higher that number, the better. And I have some energy bars here. This is peanut butter cup, and this batch is $2.99. And then we have the peanut butter milk chocolate, lemon coconut, and peanut butter and dark chocolate for $2.79. We also have this smoothie here, strawberry banana. It is 15 ounces, and it is all organic. I thought that would be a nice thing to have in the afternoon when I'm resting. And I'm taking some shortcuts still right now, just because of course I have a blender and I have things to make smoothies here, and I probably will make some in the future. But I'm just, you know, I'm still not doing but so much during the day. By late afternoon, I'm pretty much done. And this was $4.02. We have all kinds of little fruit bars here. I think I have 6 of them. And the pack is $5.39 for the strawberry and the salted caramel, which I love salted caramel ice cream. So I figured I'd try the salted caramel, and this pack is $5.67. And this is a bag of licorice, raspberry licorice. And it says it's made with all natural ingredients. And I'm going to have a look here. Dean was surprised to see this, but yeah, it says molasses, wheat flour, raspberry juice concentrate, lemon juice, raspberry puree, and licorice extract. That's all it is. So that's a nice little treat. And this bag was $3.51. Now, I have another 5-pound bag of the ground coffee, and I bought a 5-pound bag last month also. And if you recall me saying, I have been looking over our Azure stuff for the year, and I'm trying to, with each order an item that is a year's supply, like I did last month with the molasses. So since coffee is pricey, I'm just doing 1 per order instead of the 3, because last year we went through 3 of these bags. So the 5-pound bag of coffee, the organic coffee, is $69.12, and that's making that $13.82 a pound. And in the store here, the big box store, for a 12-ounce bag, you're paying that or more. You know, for some of the other brands, you're paying more than that. And so this is a really good coffee, and we like it, and so it's worth it. And we have the sparkling water here. I thought I would try this. It's strawberry hibiscus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But for this case, it was $6.67. And it, again, is made with natural ingredients. Clean, so I feel good about that. And that, you know, I'm having to drink a lot of water, but this gives some flavor to it. And some more snacks over here. If you recall, last month I got Dean a whole box of the late July lime tortilla chips, and they're just too much lime for me. So I got these tortilla chips. We've had them in the past. They are really good. I like them a lot. It was $11.61 for all 3 bags, which is really good for organic tortilla chips because it makes them $3.87 a bag. And I've not seen any store where you can get chips anymore for less than $4 a bag. And here is 2 dips to try out. This is the organic bean dip. And again, with canning pinto beans, I can make our own. I'm just not right now. I'm just not there yet. I'm not ready to have a whole day in the kitchen doing canning and, you know, snacks and all that like I usually am. So I have this. It was $3.77. It's 14 ounces. So that's a good deal for the organic bean dip. And then I have another organic bean dip, but it's a black bean dip. And it is $3.68. And this says, okay, it says organic bean dip, but it says Mexicali. And I'm wondering, because it looks like pinto beans, but I'm wondering, yeah, pinto beans, tomatoes, lemon juice, sea salt, garlic, jalapeno, apple cider vinegar, cilantro, paprika, cumin, onion, and parsley. It sounds really good. So we'll enjoy that. And then now we have chips that I can enjoy and chips that Dean likes. And I'm planning on having nachos for dinner tonight because we had burritos last night and I have leftover filling. So we're just going to have nachos. Easy enough. And over here, my old standby, the crushed tomatoes. They are organic, the Azure brand, 28-ounce cans. And this whole case was $30.96, making these cans $2.58 a piece. And you're not going to find a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes for $2.58. So this is another good deal. And their tomatoes are so good. So we have also another case of diced tomatoes. I was down by half
on each, and probably a little bit more than half on the diced tomatoes. So it's something I don't want to run out of. So this case was $22.38, making them $1.87 a piece. And I keep getting a glare there. Sorry about that. And last month I got the canned peaches. This month it is the pears. So that I still have a few cans of the peaches, but I want to make sure to always have some canned fruit on hand. And I'm out of the pears that I canned over the summer. But this was $28.91 for a case of pears, making it $2.41 per can of organic pear slices. And what I like is that it's not in that syrup that a lot of fruits are sold at the store. It's in juice, pear juice, so that's good. And then I'll use that juice for cooking. I have a 5-pound bag of mandarin oranges. I love these. And, you know, I'm really trying to concentrate on having the fruit and vegetables to get myself back on track. And I have vegetables, plenty of vegetables, but I don't keep a lot of fresh fruit on hand this time of year. So I went ahead and got a couple things. So this is $13.75 for the 5-pound bag, making it $2.75 a pound. Over here we have the Cosmic Crisp Organic Apples, and I'm not sure, but I want to say this is the brand that Sarah over at Tiny Shed Life gets for her and her kids, and it's she just raves about those apples. So I'm hoping this is the same brand. But this is 3 pounds of organic apples. The Cosmic Crisp, it was $9.50 for this 3-pound bag, making it $3.17 a pound. You go in the store and you buy one organic apple and it's like $2. So getting it $3.17 a pound, I feel really good. And then last but not least, well, no, we have one more item. But we have a 5-pound bag of lemons right here. $5.95. I think that's wrong. I think this is a 2-pound bag. It is a 2-pound bag of organic lemons for $5.95, making them $2.98 a pound. So I like having the organic fruit. This is a really good price on these. So I'm really happy with this purchase. Last but not least now, okay, the ketchup I'm rather disappointed with. I shouldn't say, I was disappointed because the Azure brand is just, it's fantastic and it's really rich and I just, love it. I still have one bottle left, and their large bottles are like 20 some ounces. So I really love them, and they are cheaper than the Annie's brand. Even though this is organic ketchup, it's less per bottle and it's more expensive. But it does not warrant a trip almost an hour away and an hour back to save 50 cents. That's just the way I'm feeling right now. But I talked to Azure about it, and they just said that they haven't discontinued it. It's just they ran into a bit of a problem with their supplier. So we're just waiting, and they're hoping they'll have it back next month. So this is the Annie's ketchup. I've never tried this before. It says it's made with California grown tomatoes. It is organic. $16.49 for 3 bottles, making them $5.50 a piece. I know in the store that ketchup is like $4.60. I want to say like $4.69, and the first thing it has in there is high fructose corn syrup, and this does not. It's all clean ingredients. So that's, you're going to pay extra for that. So for the sweetness in this, instead of having high fructose corn syrup. They have the cane sugar. So that's good.
So that is my Azure order for the month of March. I'm already working on April's order because it's going to close at the beginning of the month of April. So I'm on that, and I'm a little bit more clear and actually doing a pantry inventory because as spring's approaching, I'm going to be cleaning it out completely. So it's probably going to be a little bit more stocking supplies is what it looks like so far. Then this was mainly a lot of fruit and a few things that I thought I was out of, and just replenishing, things like the canned fruit and the cottage cheese and the yogurt, things for me to really focus on getting my gut health back to where it was. I'm very, very thankful for Western medicine. I believe it does have its place for situations like I was in, needing it for back surgery. But I also believe that it's our responsibility to take care of ourselves to the best of our ability, to be as healthy as we possibly can, and then use, physicians and medicines and things like that as needed. So that's just where I stand on that. So thank you for joining me today up at Rugged Mountain Homestead. We're always so glad when you do. I'm so happy to be back here with you and looking forward to our next live. So I always enjoy those and hope you do as well. So I will see you on the next one. And until then, take care.